Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne and I'm a Chinese metaphysics master in Hong Kong. Today I'm going to continue my series on the animal sign outlook for the year 2026, which is the fire horse year. And today we are going to look into the rooster. So whether you have the rooster in the year, month, day, or hour, this forecast will apply to you. Now, to find out whether you have the rooster in your chart, scan this QR code and I'll also put the link in the description to the video so you can plot your Bazi chart. Because this is not just for people who are born in the year of the rooster, but rather you may have the rooster somewhere else in the chart. Like in this particular case, this person is born in the year of the tiger, but in that year, in a rooster month, right? And most people who are not familiar with Chinese astrology, they only think that it's the year that is the most important one, but actually it can appear in the month, the day, or the hour. And it all is important. It all applies to you. It all affects you. So check whether or not you have the rooster in your chart, because this will definitely impact your life in 2026. Now, how it impacts you depends on where the rooster appears in your chart. If it appears in the year, then it relates more to your social network, your professional network, your wider circle of friends, wider circle of family, maybe distant relatives as well, your industry, sort of like your client network. If it appears in a month, this relates more to your business, your work environment, the way you make money, your colleagues, your co-workers, your business partners, if you are a business owner. So everything to do with your work environment. And on a personal level, it's your parents and your siblings. If you have the rooster in the day, this is you, yeah, your person, your home environment, your personal well-being, and the way you relate to your spouse. And in the hour, this has more to do with your children, the way you interact with your children or relate to your children, your investments, your dreams, your goals, your ambitions. Yeah, so all of these can be impacted depending on what animal sign you have there. So check whether the rooster appears in any of those, and then this will apply to you. So for the rooster, as you can see here, there's a whole host of auspicious stars and then some inauspicious stars as well. Now, human nature is kind of like gears us towards always focusing on the negative. So even though you may see a lot of positive stars there, usually people then just tend to get really hung up on the inauspicious stars. But with the inauspicious stars, the way you deal with them is very simple. Number one, don't perform activities that relate specifically to those inauspicious stars, and then you'll automatically neutralize them completely. And number two, just ensure that you do whatever you can to max out the auspicious stars, because that again will minimize the impact of the inauspicious stars. Super simple. That's how you deal with inauspicious stars. Now, as it pertains to the auspicious stars, we've got the moon, the rest god, the red matchmaker, bright hall, heavenly ye noble, tides ye noble, and a sky gracious. The moon star is a female nobleman star. So this means that you have a lot of help around you, and the help is very often coming from females in your environment, or from it could be from men as well who have a lot of female energy. Yeah, so or who are extremely gentle in their approach to other people. So that is the moon star. So whenever you need help in 2026, you will find it most likely provided by females. Now, this also means that you shouldn't piss off women in 2026, because that will really backfire for you. And also it means that if you're a business owner marketing to women, females, and launching products or services that are geared towards females, are going to be doing really well. It also means that if you do set up, let's say, business meetings or whatever, it's better to do them like after sunset. So maybe after 5 p.m., or you do like business dinners, for example. Or if you have a partner overseas that are in a different time zone, make sure that you set the meeting at such a time where it's daytime, their time, but it's after sunset, your time. So after 5 p.m. Yeah, then this will work much better. Now, the rest god basically is very good for your physical and mental well-being. It helps you recuperate much easier from illness, and it also helps you to be much more resilient in the face of adversity. So it's sort of like it's almost like this year you're much calmer whenever you go through challenges. So where in other years you may be super stressed the moment something doesn't work out the way you want it to work out, this year somehow you seem to be just very relaxed about it, or you just know it's going to work out. So you're not going to get all worked up about things. Then we've got the red matchmaker, and the red matchmaker is traditionally an extremely auspicious star if you want to if you want to get married or if you're looking for a committed relationship. Now, if you have the rooster in your day, so if you're born on a rooster day, this may still apply. If you're already married, that doesn't mean that you get divorced and married someone else. It means that you that this is a year where you can connect with your partner on a deeper level. However, the rooster may appear in the year, the month, or the hour. So that does not pertain to marriage. It's more about business. Um, because the red matchmaker star makes you very attractive or very charismatic. So you can use this for business. Yeah, connect with people, go out and socialize, go to parties, attend events, and promote your business, promote your product, promote your service. This is a great start to have if you're in sales and marketing. Because whatever you sell, people like you so much that they're gonna buy anything you sell, right? So this is really good. Use it. And also it helps you to connect with people with higher ups that you always wanted to get connected to. Now, then we've got the bright hall star, and the bright hall star makes you popular. Yeah, and this can obviously help you advance in career and in your job and in your life in general. So when you combine it with the red matchmaker, obviously this is really helpful. Be that because you are actually looking for a committed relationship, or because you want to use this for business, because it will make you popular. It helps you it helps you sort of like be on the same wavelength with other people. So make sure that you mingle with the right people and also up your social media game. So if you're a business owner and you have the rooster in your year or your month, for example, really make sure that you use this star, use this energy, max it out, and up your social media game. Make sure that you post more often, try to go viral, essentially, because there's higher chances in 2026 for that to happen. Now, then you have the Heavenly Yi Noble and the Tides Yi Noble. So both of them, as the name implies, bring noble people into your life. Noble people are people who help you, who assist you in life, whether that's on a personal level or professional level. It means that whatever challenge you go through, whatever problem you may have, you can always find someone in your environment, in your network to help you, as long as you reach out. Yeah, so if you're someone who is too proud to ask for help, this is completely wasted, and it would be a sad thing to see, because it just make your life easier. Sometimes just ask for help. Yeah, it doesn't mean that you're weak or that you can't figure out life yourself. It's people want to help you this year or in 2026. So take advantage of that. Now, there's a slight difference between the Heavenly Noble and the Tides Noble. The Heavenly Noble is an energy that brings sort of like random strangers into your life that will offer help in the most unexpected situations. So it's almost like there's a lot of random goodwill that you've never even expected, and it's just available for you for the taking. But it's coming from random strangers. So it's not coming from people you already know. And this is key here. In order to use this energy effectively, you need to go out and socialize more so you can meet more people, because the help will come from people you do not know yet. So you need to get to know them. Try to go out and network more in a new environment where you meet totally new and random people, essentially, right? This is what the Heavenly Noble is. And the tidy noble is a tricky one. This is a nobleman star that brings people into your life that kind of trigger you in terms of wisdom. Yeah, they will give you an epiphany or an aha moment. They may not be the most gentle nobleman out there because it may just be a real asshole that gives you an epiphany, right? Sometimes it's people who we really don't like that we learn the most from, even if it's just learning that we don't want to be like them, or even if it's just a person who kind of like holds a mirror to our face and shows us that there are certain ways we behave with other people that we shouldn't. So either way, the tidy nobleman is a nobleman or is a person who helps us advance in life and in career, but not in the gentlest ways. But they can still help us open doors. Yeah, they may say or do something profound that shakes you up and wakes you up. Um, and they could just do something that is hurtful, but this particular situation then ref causes us to reflect on how we see certain things, how we see ourselves, and we change our trajectory. So be careful with this one. Sometimes, yes, it comes through situations or people that are a little bit unpleasant, but it actually brings great insights. And so sometimes we kind of need to learn through negative situations or through people that we don't really all that jive with. Yeah. However, on the upside, the tidy noble star also brings a higher inclination or a higher affinity towards metaphysics. So this will also become stronger if you have this in the chart. Yeah, so it's sort of like you become more spiritually aware. And this usually comes hand in hand with having an epiphany. Yeah, maybe going through a situation that's not entirely pleasant, and then you sort of self-reflect, and so you become more aware of yourself and maybe of the spiritual implications of what you're doing. And then lastly, here we've got the Sky Gracious Star. And this Sky Gracious Star brings even more nobleman luck and also more peach blossom luck. So this Sky Gracious amplifies the nobleman stars and also the red matchmaker, the bright hole stars. So overall, this is a really, really positive, you've got positive energies to just go out there and meet new people, and they will all be helpful to you in some sort of fashion. And aside from that, the Sky Gracious Star can also help you with academics. So if you're preparing for an exam in 2026, or if you want to take up a new field of study, the Sky Gracious is helping with that. Now, on to the inauspicious stars, which are the Hook Star, Great Assembly, and Piercing Robe. So the Hook Spirit or the Hook Star brings a lot of distractions, and they're mostly of the emotional kind. Yeah, emotional distractions. So there are people around you who just maybe lie to you or try to scam you or try to feed you or try to twist the truth, and you kind of lose track of what you really want because you listen too much to people who are just basically bullshitting you. So make sure that you don't get distracted from your goals, either by people, or it could also mean that you just lose track of time because you lose yourself in distractions. Yeah, maybe you're too much in your social media when you should actually be working, for example. You just play harder than you work, for example. So there's a lot of distractions, most of the emotional kind, but you kind of have to you need to become very aware of that, or that's going to bite you in the ass. So time management would be a good advice here. Better time management, but then also really making sure that you're surrounding yourself with people who you can rely on and whom you can trust. Now, the Great Assembly Star makes you a little bit accident prone this year, especially in crowded places. So it's not so much if you're just on your own at home tinkering about or whatever, but whenever you are in a crowded place, yeah, as the name implies, great assembly, yeah, when a lot of people assemble, there may be a risk of accidents. Now, this may not have to be a bad accident, yeah, it could be just maybe tripping or, whatever. It's not really anything bad or life-threatening, so you don't have to be scared of that. But yeah, just watch your step and do not engage in any risky behavior, especially in crowded places. So crowd surfing at a concert, probably not for you if you've got the rooster in the chart. All right, then piercing rope. This one brings the tendency to overcommit to things or overcommit to people. You overinvest yourself either financially or professionally, and then suddenly you feel suffocated by responsibility. So the piercing rope star is an energy where that sort of forces you to learn to say no. Don't be a people pleaser. Then this is completely neutralized or almost neutralized. It's when you always say yes to everything, you start to overcommit and then it becomes stressful and you trap yourself and it's just unpleasant. But if you learn to say no, then this is going to be resolved all by itself. All right, so this is the rooster for 2026. Let us know if you have the rooster in the chart, how you're going to prepare for the year. And please like my video, subscribe to my channel so we can grow this community, and also share this with anybody who may be interested. And of course, if you do want to have a more comprehensive reading for the year 2026, where we're going to go into much, much more than just the animal signs, because that's just surface level. Then get in touch with me. My email address is in the description to the video, and I'll give you a full comprehensive reading of your chart. All right. See you guys soon. Take care.